Can I be honest with you for a second? Not motivational speaker honest. Not you got this champ honest. Actually honest. Because I think you're tired. Not sleepy tired, though yeah, it's late and you should probably be asleep. I mean tired. The kind of tired that comes from wanting something for a long time and watching yourself not go get it over and over again. That specific exhaustion, I don't think people talk about it enough. You know what you want. You've known for a while. And somewhere between knowing and doing, something keeps going wrong. And you can't quite put your finger on what it is. So you call it laziness. You call it lack of discipline. You call it being a failure. And none of those labels feel completely right, but they stick anyway. I want to talk about what's actually happening, because I don't think it's what you think it is. Let's start here. When did you last do something and feel genuinely proud of yourself afterward? Not, I finished my to-do list proud, not, I didn't eat the whole thing proud. I mean that deep, quiet satisfaction of, I did something hard and I did it and it mattered. For a lot of people, they have to think for a while before they can answer that. And that gap, the gap between who you are right now and who you know you could be, that gap doesn't just sit there quietly. It talks. It gets louder at night. It shows up when you're scrolling and a part of you whispers, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. You hear it. You always hear it. You just don't always know what to do with it. Here's something that helped me understand why change feels so hard. There's research, real neuroscience research, showing that when people think about their future selves, their brains respond almost identically to how they respond when thinking about a complete stranger, someone you've never met, someone you have no emotional connection to. Which means when you're lying in bed deciding whether to get up early tomorrow and work on the thing that matters to you, your brain isn't experiencing that as investing in yourself. It's experiencing it as giving something up for someone you don't know. And of course you don't do it. Of course comfort wins. Your brain is protecting you from what it perceives as a bad deal. This isn't a character flaw. This is just how brains work. Understanding that doesn't fix everything, but it changes something, because you stop treating yourself like the enemy and start treating the pattern like the enemy. Those are very different fights. There's another thing happening underneath all of this that nobody really names. Most people who struggle with consistency aren't struggling because they don't care. They're struggling because they care too much, and the stakes feel enormous. You want this thing, whatever your thing is. Music, a business, getting healthy, writing, creating, you want it badly. And because you want it so badly, starting feels dangerous. Because if you start and you're bad at it, or you start and you quit, or you start and it doesn't work out, that's a loss you'll feel deeply. It's safer, in a weird, twisted way, to stay in the planning phase, to stay in the I'll do it tomorrow phase. Because tomorrow, you're still full of potential. Tomorrow, nothing has gone wrong yet. Procrastination isn't laziness. For a lot of people, it's self-protection. It's armor. The problem is the armor is making you bleed. So what do you actually do? I'll tell you what doesn't work first, because everyone skips this part. Willpower doesn't work. Not sustainably. Willpower is a gas tank. It empties throughout the day, and the people you see who seem infinitely disciplined aren't running on more willpower than you. They've just built systems that require less of it. They've made the right choice the easier choice. They've removed the negotiation. Motivation doesn't work either, not as a foundation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. If you only work when you feel motivated, you'll work maybe twice a week on a good week. You need something that holds when the feeling isn't there. Guilt doesn't work. You already know this. You've beaten yourself up 1,000 times and it hasn't made you more productive. It's made you more exhausted. Shame is not a fuel source. It's a drain. So what do you actually do?
What actually works is embarrassingly simple. And I say embarrassingly because when I tell you, part of you is going to think, that's it? And yeah, that's it. You lower the bar until it can't be lowered anymore. When starting feels impossible, the goal isn't to do the thing. The goal is to begin the motion toward the thing. Open the document, put on the shoes, sit at the desk, pick up the instrument. That's it. That's the whole task. Because here's what nobody tells you. Starting is the hardest part. Neurologically, actually the hardest part. There's a moment right before you begin something where your brain throws resistance, opens a negotiation, starts listing reasons why now isn't the right time. And most people lose the battle right there, before they've even started. But if you can get past that 30-second window, if you can just move before your brain convinces you not to, something shifts. The resistance drops. Not completely, but enough. Your brain stops fighting and starts helping. Momentum is real, and it doesn't take much to create it. Action first, feeling second, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel ready. You act, and then you feel ready. The other thing, and this one is slower, but it changes everything. You have to rebuild your relationship with discomfort. We live in a world that has made discomfort optional in a way it never has been before. Bored for 3 seconds? Here's a video. Uncomfortable thought creeping in? Here's a scroll. Feeling the friction of hard work? Here's something easier. And we've been living like this long enough that our nervous systems have genuinely changed. Sitting with something hard, even for 5 minutes, triggers a kind of panic response. It feels wrong, intolerable, like something needs to be fixed immediately. So the practice is simple and brutal. Every day, do nothing for 20 minutes. No phone, no podcast, no music. Just sit. Let your thoughts come and go. Don't fix anything. Don't optimize anything. Just be uncomfortable. The first few days feel insane. Your brain will scream. You'll be convinced something is wrong with you. Keep going, because what you're actually doing is teaching your brain that discomfort doesn't have to be escaped, that you can feel friction and stay present anyway. And once that lesson lands, once it's in your body, not just in your head, the hard work stops feeling like an emergency. It just feels like work, and you can do work. Last thing, and this is the one I want you to remember. Stop measuring your progress by your consistency. Start measuring it by your recovery time. Everyone slips. Everyone has the week where everything falls apart, or the month where they lose the thread completely. The people who ultimately get where they want to go aren't the ones who never fell off. They're the ones who got back up faster each time. So the question isn't, did I stay consistent this week? The question is, how quickly did I come back after I didn't? If last time it took you 2 months to restart, and this time it took 2 weeks, you're improving. If this time it took 2 days, you're building something real. That's the actual metric, not perfection, return speed. You're not broken. You're not uniquely undisciplined. You're not a lost cause. You're someone who wants something and hasn't yet found the version of yourself that goes and gets it. That version exists. You can feel it. That's why the gap bothers you. That's why tonight feels heavy. That's why you're watching this instead of sleeping. The distance between who you are and who you want to be isn't talent. It's not luck, and it's not even time. It's about 30 seconds of doing the first thing before your brain talks you out of it. So tomorrow morning, not tonight, get some sleep, but tomorrow morning when the alarm goes off and the negotiation starts, don't negotiate, just move.